Your mind is tricking you into losing, not because you're weak, but because it's comfortable. And comfort is expensive. YouTube family, what's the word? It's your boy Turbo, and I'm back for another video. I appreciate all the support that y'all have been giving me. If you are not hip to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We talk about money management, mindset, motivation. We talk about how to make money online, all these things. So if you want to learn, make sure you hit that subscription button, like the video as well, so that more people can see videos like this. And we're going to get straight to it. This video is about how your mind is tricking you into losing. Now, for y'all that don't know, your mind is set up for you to stay comfortable. Your mind is set up for you to stay in a state of comfort because your brain is conditioned for survival. If you are in a situation where it could be life-threatening, potentially life-threatening, your mind will go to, how do we survive? What do we do to stay alive? Which you need it to do in life-threatening situations. But your brain, your subconscious mind, doesn't know if a certain situation is actually life-threatening or not. So when you go to achieve goals or you set certain goals for yourself, now it is taking that same brain chemical for survival, and it is tricking you into giving up. It's tricking you into staying comfortable so that those brain chemicals level back out and get you back into a calm state. So how do you get out of this mindset? How do you defer, or how can you determine which spark of that dopamine or that feeling of fear, nervousness, how do you combat that? And how do you use it to your benefit? So it'll convince you to stay away from things and situations that make you uncomfortable. So if you have a business venture, or you want to, learn about investing, or you want to start that business venture, your brain is going to eventually go, first is going to give you the dopamine feeling. You're going to feel excited. You're going to be happy. You're going to be like, yes, this is my idea, and I know that I can make a lot of money from it. And now you instantly start thinking about the outcome. You start thinking about the money, and you start thinking about the lifestyle that you go through or that you can get, rather than thinking about what you're going to go through daily, the consistency. Once you start actually putting the work in, that dopamine is going to come down, and you're going to be like, whoa, this isn't as exciting as I thought when I first thought of the idea. That's your mind tricking you into losing. What you have to do is remember that feeling, but don't attach yourself to the outcome. Detach from it. Know that this is the outcome that I want. This is the lifestyle that I know that will make me happy. And then you take that and you repurpose it into the grind, because the grind is boring. The grind is consistent. The grind is always there. It always shows up. But if you don't show up, then you don't succeed. You don't actually get to see if you can complete what it is you set out to complete or achieve. So for example, when you spend money, you have that dopamine hit. I got something that I like, or something that I wanted, and I got it. Then when you counteract that with saving, it's boring. It doesn't give you a dopamine hit. If you want to make your first $1,000, saving that is hard, because you seeing your money grow slowly, but you like, man, I want to just buy something. I want to buy something. I want that dopamine feeling of like I just bought something that I saved my money for, and once you learn how to feel good in the boring stages, when you are going through the slow roll, that's when you start really reaping benefits, because not only are you proving to yourself that you can stay in a even keel mindset in very emotional situations, but also you can actually you show yourself that you're more disciplined each and every day that you go through this process. Because it's easy for anybody to be like, oh, I'm about to save my first $1,000. You get to 500 and damn, I seen some shoes that I like, I'm gonna just go buy them. Now you back at square one. Now you stress, and now you, oh, I could do this and make some money. Then you go through that cycle again, getting that good feeling, worrying about the lifestyle that you could have, and then you start going through the grind again, and it gets boring, and then you never actually achieve anything. So with money, you know what I'm saying, if you gonna do something, you gotta do it. Say you gonna do it, write it down, believe it, and do it. Stop procrastinating. Stop pushing stuff down the line. I'll start next month. I'll start next week. You're never gonna get to you're never gonna get to the finish line doing that. Literally, you're going to sabotage your own life, your own success, and it's because your mind is tricking you into losing. Now, when it comes to making money online, most people don't fail online because the opportunity isn't like real, or like some people say, "Think this is oversaturated." Like that's not real, because I could name 5 people that are in the same niche, that sell the same thing, that offer the same result to a audience, and they're making money. They're making 10,000 plus a month doing it. So that's another thing. People have mindsets that trick them into losing, because you just want to feel comfortable. You want that dopamine hit. You don't want to actually see if you can do it, because it's a long process. Once you lose that mindset of instant gratification, you're going to see yourself succeed a lot more. Like, for example, in my life, I've been trading for, I'm 28. I learned about trading when I was like 16, and I first started and I was losing, and then I started doing it more and I kept losing. Then I started winning a little, and then I would lose it. And then just like a year or two back, I made like $3,000 in like like an hour, and I won. I was happy. I felt good. I'm like, yes, like I knew this would work. And then I fell back into old habits, losing my money, trying to rush the process. But it took years for me to even get to the point where I could make 3,000. And just this past week, I made like $6,000. I paid rent twice from trading. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. But even then, like just like today, in these past couple of days, I've been losing. So it's just about managing your risk. But like I know for a fact that trading has changed my life, and no one could tell me anything about that. No one could tell me that, oh, you're lying, you just saying that for view. No. In my life, it has changed my life, and it will continue to change my life. Just like making these YouTube videos has changed my life, and it will continue to change my life. Just like doing TikTok shop has changed my life, it will continue to change my life. You know what I'm saying? So you have to realize, like, it takes time. You have to go through the mud. You got to go through the rough patches and the struggle and uncomfortable to get to comfortable. And then when you get there, stay uncomfortable, because you continue to grow, you know? And then once you start trusting, once you stop trusting those thoughts of, oh, well, this niche is oversaturated, or, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I need a camera, I need this, I need that. When you start thinking about everything that you can't control, as opposed to just doing the thing, man, like my bills this much and I can't really save that much money. I can only save $5 a week or $20 a week. That's not really a lot of money. When you stop when you stop trusting those thoughts, that's when you start winning. That's when you stop losing. You when you choose discipline, that's when you get long-term peace. I'm telling you. And I'm just scratching the surface, and I'm telling y'all this. I haven't even reached my full potential yet. And I'm telling y'all early in my journey so that y'all can watch the growth with me and y'all can grow with me. That's why I'm telling y'all now, because the people that listen are going to be so happy that they listen. The people that don't, they going to be saying, "Oh, well, everybody don't get lucky like you," or it's going to be every excuse in the world, and it's going to prove our point that their mind is tricking them into losing. So hopefully this video was helpful. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you new. All you have to do in 2026 is stop letting your mind trick you into losing. Believe that you can accomplish, decide what you want to accomplish, and don't stop until you accomplish it. Also, like the video so that more people can see this video. It's your boy Turbo, and I'm gone.